Hey there, my friends. Welcome to a talk from the trees. Haven't done this segment in a long time. Too long, actually. This is one of the paths on our property, and we're going to walk down here together a little bit. We call this Choopy's Woods because this is where our little chupacabra lives, our little adopted kitty, Choopy, short for chupacabra. And I'm just going to walk along here and do a little talk from the trees. Dr. Joe Dispenza is one of my favorites. He's one of my biggest mentors, and he actually lives in Washington State, last time I checked, so I may try to track him down and do an interview with him. Boy, it's so soggy here on the ground. Look how soggy this ground is. Look how soggy this ground is. It's been raining, and now it's sunny, and it's beautiful. Dr. Joe Dispenza has studied the human mind extensively and the human brain and the workings of the brain. And God, I love our property. Look at this. Talk from the trees. Look at this. Look at this beautiful sky after it's been raining. It's what they don't talk about when they say that Washington gets a lot of rain. It does, but look at all the green. Look at the sunshine too. So Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about how every day we have tens of thousands of thoughts that run through our heads. Tens of thousands of thoughts. And he says what's really, really interesting is that about 90% of those thoughts that we have are the same ones that we had yesterday. We keep thinking the same things over and over again. So if your thoughts yesterday were focused on lack, focused on not having something in your life, whether it's friends or wealth or health, chances are you're fixating on that stuff again today. All right, now if most of the thoughts that go through your head are good ones, then keep it going. Keep it going. If it's working for you, great. Chances are it's not working great for you, and chances are that the thoughts you were thinking yesterday weren't exactly the most productive of thoughts, probably not the most loving towards yourself of thoughts, probably self-deprecating, probably downward in energy, low energy thoughts maybe, and that means you're thinking them again today, and you'll think again tomorrow, 90% of the same thoughts that you thought today and yesterday and the day before and the month before and the year before. And this is why change doesn't happen for so many people, because we're thinking the same things. How can we expect things to change when instead of focusing on tomorrow and today, really this moment, we're focusing on things that we've already been thinking yesterday? Our brains are cluttered with old, unproductive thoughts, and we've got to change that. And Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about how we change that, and it's by doing things different today than we did yesterday, thinking things differently than we did yesterday. When old thoughts pop into our heads, being cognizant of these thoughts as they cross our minds and say, you know what, if this is helping me, I'm going to keep thinking this. If it's not helping me, if it's not productive, if it's not getting me closer to my goals, if I'm still broke, if I'm still sick, if I'm still unhappy, if I'm still without a partner, if I'm still without friends, these thoughts aren't doing me any good. So I'm going to rethink my thoughts in a more productive manner. We can all do this, my friends. We can all do it. So anyway, that's your talk from the trees today. If we're going to think 60 to 70,000 thoughts in a day, let's make sure they're good thoughts by and large. Let's make sure they're as positive as possible. Let's make sure that every thought we have is a little bit higher energy than the one before. We can always do that. We can always change our thinking. We can always do what we can to make sure that the next thought that crosses our mind is just a little bit on an upward trajectory from the thought before. So let's try this, my friends. Let's try it together. Stay as positive as possible. When you feel negative thoughts coming into your mind, kind of shoo them away. Say, you know what, go F yourself. I don't need you today. I don't need negativity in my life. I need positivity. And again, if those 90% of the 60 to 70,000 thoughts you had today, the 90% that are the same as yesterday, if those are thoughts of wealth and success and health and friendship and everything else, and they're helping you, then keep thinking them. Chances are they're not. Chances are they're counterproductive to your goals, in which case you need to change them. And you have the power to do that. This has been a talk from the trees. I'm Spencer Hughes in the Spencer Hughes Family Forest from somewhere in Mason County, Washington. Thanks for watching Patreon.